Hi there, it's Simon Gova here. Another issue of our Friday videos at Vizwik. Today I'm going to look at menus and how we can create a menu. So first thing we're going to do is type in the word menu into the parts panel. And here you'll see three scripts or three operators that allow you to do that. In our default app, I'm just going to reuse this and delete these and start with show slide menu. So what does show slide menu do? Well, you can grab the help here and take a look at it. Basically what it does is it provides you with a sliding menu with choices and some inputs and so forth. So the first input is a script. So we need a new script to do that. I'm going to create a new script. I'm just going to make a simple one here that calls print. And I'm going to have a single input that is the input of the menu event when I select it, and I'm going to print that out to the console. Now, to provide a script into an operator, it's not a call, it's what we call a callback. And the slide menu will call this print script later when the user clicks on the menu. So I can do that by simply clicking on this icon and dragging it into the other script, and that'll be my reference to the script print. And I can pass that whole script in as a reference into slide menu, is what we call a callback. The other option is a list. And so we're going to quickly make one of those. You double click on the input, type in an opening bracket, and I'm going to have A, B, and C as choices, and then a close bracket. And that's what we call a list. And so the syntax of that is an open bracket and then a bunch of data separated by commas and then a close bracket. And that's a list data type. Now, when I click on this button here, because it's already connected to this Be Brilliant script, it's going to run. So if I now click on here, you're going to see ABC, and those are the choices inside of our ABC list. And I tap on one and I click OK. Well, what happens? Then the menu goes away, but it's printed the item that came in through the menu. So what this show slide menu, there's a mouthful, does is it basically outputs the menu item that you've tapped. And then from there, you can do things like create a block and test whether it's A or B or C and do different things. And then again here, let's do one more try, and I'll click on A and then click OK, and then it does that. Now, if I click on cancel, and I click C, what does it do? It outputs false. So you'll know that if you have false when you test here, they haven't clicked on anything and there's nothing selected. So there you go, there's a menu. Now let's create a bit more complex menu. Now, oftentimes you see these sliding menus come from the side, and this is what we call a show view menu. So here I'm gonna type in show view, and you can see I can replace the operator simply by typing and replacing its name. Now, show view menu doesn't have the same things. It has data and text, and the text is to tell you whether it slides from the left or the right, and the data is actually from the data editor, where you can build up a menu of items. And here I'll show you how to do that. So we're not going to use this script here. We will use the script eventually. I can reuse this, and I'm going to change this to left because we want the menu to come from the left side, and I'll reconnect this here. And now I need to create a data editor. So click on this button down here. It creates a new data editor, and I need a table inside of it. So I'm going to create a new table. Drag and drop that. And that table is going to contain the menu items. Now, if you go back to the script here, or let's just go over here, hold down the Option key and get some help. I can click on here and get the menu help for this one. We don't need this guy anymore. And in here, what it does is it shows a sliding menu. Now, you have either left or right, and then you have properties for the table, which are either label, icon, enabled, and script. Enabled just determines whether or not the menu item is enabled or not, and that's either true or false. We don't necessarily need that, and I won't use it in this demonstration, but here I'm going to use label, icon, and script. So the first one will be label. I'm going to create another column. I'm going to call that one icon. And remember, these have to be the right case. And then this is going to be script. They're all capitalized at the beginning. And I'm going to create some new values for these. So I'm going to have two menu items. And the first one will be say home. The other one will be about. And this is a typical app type of menu. I'm going to add images now. So home could be the Vizwik logo, and then the view, the about could be, again, another Vizwik logo. And what we're going to do is we're going to use print as, again, a reference. And I grab this little icon and drop it into the table. So print will be used in both of these. Now you can see that you could have individual scripts in each one, but I'm going to just use print for now to show you how you could use the same one over and over again. Now, what goes over here? Well, it's going to be the values that are inside of this table. And so I need to grab the table and drop it into the script. And I need to get the data. So we say get data. And here, this is get date, but get data is the opera I want. And it's going to produce the values coming out as an object. And if I go over here to my script again, if I did everything right, what's going to happen is it's going to show you a menu. Oh, wait, no, it didn't work. Let's reload. There you go. And now you can see home and about. And if I click on it, what's it going to output? Well, it's going to print the object that comes back right here that shows what I clicked on. And that is going to also contain two things. First is an extra object, which has inside of it all this information. And inside of that will be a label. So how do I get access to that? Simple. I add a object get, and I'm going to ask for extra, which is the data here. Oh, I didn't spell it right. Extra. There you go. And I'm going to duplicate this and make it called label. And now if I get the object that's coming in and I grab the extra property and then get the label property from that extra property and connect the print output, what you'll see is now, if I clear this out, it will be just the values of the menu that I click on. So home, first one, and about is the second one, and there you go. And then from there, you can do whatever you want to with the values for the menu. And there you go. So there's two ways of creating menus in Vizwik very quickly in 7 minutes. Have some fun and go build some apps.